Do you want your Board of Peace to replace the UN?
Well, it might. I mean, the UN just hasn't been very helpful. I'm a big fan of the UN potential, but it has never lived up to its potential. The UN should have settled every one of the wars that I settled. I never went to them. I never even thought to go to them. They should be able to settle those wars. They don't. I believe you got to let the UN continue because the potential is so great.
Response you've gotten for the Board of Peace idea, and how concerned are you that some European leaders like President Macron are hesitant about it?
I think we have overwhelming support, overwhelming. Everybody believes that this is the pathway to bringing people together and being egalitarian about the decisions. The president wants to save lives, and this is going to be a very important platform.
Are you hoping that Mr. Zelensky will be showing up in the end, or do you plan on meeting Mr. Kirill?
He's got a tough. It's tough for him to travel, but I'm hopeful that he'll get here, and we'll meet him with him on Thursday with the president.
Give any response to President Macron saying he will not join the Board of Peace?
Oh, did he say that? Well, nobody wants him because he's going to be out of office very soon. So, that's all right. What I'll do is if they feel like Costo, I'll put a 200% tariff on his wines and champagnes, and he'll join. But he doesn't have to join. If he said that, you're probably giving it to me a little bit differently. But if he actually did say that, but as you know, he's going to be out of office in a few months.
Did you invite President Putin to join the...
Yes, he's one of the people. These are world leaders, and the answer is yes.
Army, there's so much going on in the world. We have to talk about Gaza. The White House announced that it was moving ahead with the second phase of the Gaza ceasefire deal, Donald Trump's 20-point plan for Gaza. Today, the president said that his Board of Peace might replace the UN, hinting, make of that what you will, saying that the UN has never lived up to its potential. Now, of course, this body of peace, or Board of Peace, I should say, is the body that is meant to oversee Gaza's post-war development. Trump has invited 60 countries to join the board. Permanent membership will be available to those who pay $1 billion. What's your assessment, Army? Is it going to work?
First of all, I'm shocked. Shocked it's not called Trump's Board of Peace, okay? But what are you going to do? Maybe he just forgot. Look, I think it's really interesting. Certainly, when it comes to in the charter, the idea ostensibly is to rebuild Gaza, but in the charter itself, it doesn't actually mention Gaza. So yes, that's why the speculation that it might be a replacement for the UN, which I think is great. I did an entire movie, a theatrical film on the UN, where I travel the world visiting the UN, interviewing officials of the UN, and I can tell you it's a piece of garbage, right? It has been for decades. So yeah, replacing the UN would be phenomenal, but replacing it with the same kind of people, I don't see what the point of that. That's the problem with the UN in general. That you're sitting with, the democracies are sitting with dictators, and that's why there's nothing that can be done there, right? So I think when his invitation includes people like Putin and Turkey and Qatar, those aren't very PC people. Those are not people rolling hard toward peace. I think that would create the same kind of problems we saw with the UN itself. So I'm not sure what that will do. But look, I think we need to look for alternatives. I do applaud him for looking outside the box for something else. And I think that Gaza is a good place to start. Look, let's see what can be done with the Gaza Strip. Let's see if it can be rebuilt in a way that is able to replace Hamas, put in another leadership that would not try to create and sow violence all across Israel. It's a good point to start. Let's see what happens, and then I'll come back on a comment.
Yeah, I absolutely applaud him to getting it to this point as well. A lot of challenges ahead, absolutely.